Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Divine Speaker. We are going into a chat where I'm not sure if it's going to become a heart to heart and we're actually going to just air our feelings out a little bit. I don't know. If you want to play the game yourself, links are in the description. Let's jump in. Let's go. Oh, I'm excited for this.
And now I messed up with you two. I only wanted you to see my happy side. I thought that enough jokes and playing around and I wouldn't mess it up this time.
Oh. But the thing is, like, Rain could tell that something was up and it bothered him that Sign wasn't, like, sharing or, like, you know, how some people like when other people are open about it, especially when they also feel like something's up and they thought maybe they could be someone that someone could confide in, this person could confide in. Especially since Rain, like, opened up about how he felt about Sign, and Sign was just like, haha, I like you too, as a friend. I was just like, ah. Even though that's not true, he likes him more than a friend. He cares about him so much.
But it's too late. I'm not so fun really, am I?
No, but he still loves you. He still likes you a lot.
Do you know what I think about you, Sign?
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah! I'm not prepared for this.
What?
I think you're the most amazing...
Whoa!
Oh, come on! Come on! Can't believe this! How dare you!
Ilron!
A weight hit my back and I fell on the ground with a thud.
Sorry, kid.
Come on, dude.
Elron, this isn't like you. You really have to go back. No. I'm fine. It's dark. I tripped. It was an accident.
Interrupted from my discussion with Sign and pinned down to the ground, I tried to help Ilron up and keep talking to Sign. He's finally listening to me. I can't waste this chance.
I think...
Okay. A bright light took up my vision, and I suddenly felt dizzy and sick. Luckily, I was on the ground, and I would have fallen over and hit my head. No voice rang out. Instead, the light spread to every corner of my mind before disappearing into nothingness. In its place was a fiery, aching pain in my chest that made me lose my breath. So the thing is still a thing. The thing that I didn't mention a lot because I was just like, I'm not sure if anyone's gonna remember this. I did mention it once, is that Rain can take someone else's pain, and he doesn't know how to control it, and he's like sort of like a little cautious about it because he's like, I don't know how to control this, and it just happens randomly, like probably now, and I'm just like, oh no. And then everyone is probably gonna feel better now. And the only person I think who knows about this is, what's his face? Oh my god, Fawn. Is Fawn, and what's his name? Leos doesn't know about it, even though we did that to Leos. But Fawn knows because we also did that to Fawn. Fawn was was awake. I don't know how to say that word. While Leos was just like really out of it, or like not awake.
Elron? Rain?
This is exciting. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. This is exciting. Everyone sat on the ground in front of me as I sat up. Sign rushed to my side, looking down at me as blood soaked through the clothing over my chest. Yeah, that's wow. It's an interesting power to have, because it's not like healing him. He takes on that, like he takes on that wound himself instead of like having it disappear completely.
What's going on?
You.
Emil and Caspian, who were walking slightly ahead, called out to us from the darkness. When we didn't respond, they quickly found their way back to us.
What's wrong?
It hurts.
What did you just do? Can someone please explain what's going on? It's gone.
Ron pulled off his shirt despite the snow-driven cold around us and ripped off his bandages. Everyone looked from him to me and then back again.
Quickly, can you bandage him?
Yes.
Rain, what is this?
I hate that this is happening while no one actually knows that Rain can do this. I'm not sure if Emil or Caspian knows what's up, but like right now, like what us as the players know is like nobody in like our current group knows what the fuck is happening.
I don't know. It's just something that started happening after I left Aurelia Cavella. I was able to heal other people's wounds, but
I looked down at the deep red stain.
this happens.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, we were busy, okay? You weren't being upfront, and then we completely forgot about it. Why didn't I tell him? I don't know. You were gonna tell him is a thing. Unless he was just talking and thinking about telling him about the voices. Cause like, when was the last time he did this? It was like from the start of the story, cause he never actually encountered anyone else who had like such a injury and like having it just suddenly like this ability that he has flare up.
I just...
I understand. You couldn't trust me.
No, it's not that he couldn't trust you. It just, I think it just like completely slipped his mind. He's like, oh yeah, that's a thing I can do.
That's not it.
Yes, it is. After all, I've always been untrustworthy, right?
You can't let your issues be at the forefront of this sign. Oh, he trusted you enough with his feelings, you know.
Isn't this a surprise?
I think I'm beginning to understand. His ability allows him to heal others at the cost of his own life, right? This injury is Ilron's.
That's right.
This could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Can you control it?
Obviously not. This man literally just freaking fell over onto me and it just happened.
No.
It's your gift as the next speaker, if they can even be called that.
My gift? Can you?
It manifests in different ways depending on the person. I can't do anything close to that.
Varys pressed herbs into my wound that first burned before making the area go numb. He wrapped it in bandages before stopping the He wrapped it in bandages after stopping the bleeding, and I quickly dressed again. It still ached numbly, a constant pressure that made it hard to breathe.
Rain, you should go back. We can handle this alone.
Nah. We can't. We have to be there. We are the protagonist.
No way. I can deal with this. Just fine.
Then we can at least spend the night here and continue tomorrow.
I shook my head and stood.
We don't have any time to waste.
You heard the kid. He's got some guts. I'll give him that.
Perhaps the two of you aren't so different after all.
That's not a compliment to either of us, you know.
Emil stood apart from the group awkwardly. When he saw me stand, he turned to leave, and we all hurried to catch up with him. Every step echoed painfully through my body, but I kept on through the snow, trying desperately not to fall behind. Sign wouldn't look at me again. I thought we could finally talk things through, but damn it. So close, so close. I messed things up again. The walk was long and arduous, made even more so by the pounding in my chest. At times, small talk passed between us, but the majority of the trek was made in silence. The darkness combined with the cold made us all shiver and draw our coats close to us. Even Barris was wearing shoes for once.
Are you okay walking in that getup? You're not really dressed for climbing mountains.
I'm just fine, thank you very much.
Why didn't you, I don't know, wear something more normal looking?
This is all I have, okay?
Emil shook his head in a huff, ignoring Caspian.
We aren't far now if the rumors are true, but before we go any further, there's something I want to tell you all.
Okay.
What is it?
Oh, he's so in pain. My face clouded over with worry, but Varys smiled easily and calmly as he usually did.
Maybe this is selfish of me to mention, but for me, This is my final trip.
What?
Elrond's eyebrow twitched, his eyes cast away from us.
For hundreds of years, I was lost. Until I found my purpose.
You mean the trapped Aurelian gods?
He nodded.
I will find them. And I will free them. I'll forever be grateful to Ilron for guiding me down this path. Once they're free, I will finally be able to move on in peace.
Move on? Where are you going?
With closure, I'll be able to pass on, free of guilt.
We will never see you again, then.
His smile faltered for a moment, and a hint of sadness flashed across his face.
I'll always be thinking of you all.
I don't know how it works exactly, but I guess if he were to leave his human body, he'd just fade away like the gods hundreds of years ago.
Ilron, won't you be lonely? What do you think?
It's not my decision to make.
But you can express your feelings. Oh my god, please. You're married. Although I couldn't see his face, his voice was more serious than usual, more restrained.
Wait a second. Look.
Through the thick trees up ahead was some kind of light, hidden but barely visible.
If we're looking for a hidden village, I'd say we found it.
Let me take the lead. I don't know how they'll react to seeing humans trying to enter.
We all nodded and followed closely behind Varys, who made slow and careful steps towards the village. A vast mountain range surrounded us, and the icy tips seemed threatening. The landscape was bleak and quiet. You could even describe it as lonely. Lost in my own thoughts, I didn't even notice that another person had joined the group. What?
State your purpose, travelers.
Oh, why, hello. She's so pretty, and I am weak. Instantly, Varys raised his hands, showing that he had no weapons. The rest of us silently copied him.
We've come to petition your aid.
Then you'd best turn back while you still have the chance.
She looked between us one at a time before settling on me. Her eyes went wide and she suddenly rushed back into the village.
That was a little strange.
Should we follow her?
Shouldn't we be hiding? She might be bringing back people to deal with us.
Rain!
A flash of white rushed towards me, and suddenly I was being held in a tight embrace.
Whoa!
Wow! It's beautiful art! Oh no, I wasn't prepared. My injury ached, but I was quickly My injury ached, but I quickly wrapped my arms around the person who just charged towards me. All I could see was white hair. Her face was buried into my shoulder, and I could feel it becoming damper by the second.
I'm sorry, but do I know you?
Oh my god, there's so much art. It looks blue.
Oh, Rain, I'm so happy that you're okay. All this time I've been watching over you, but I never thought we'd get to meet properly.
I really wanted to find out who this is. Her voice clicked in my mind, and I felt my jaw drop.
You're the one from my dreams?
What?
I'm so happy, Rain. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you.
Her arms tightened even further on me and mine around her.
I thought you were gone forever. How did you get here?
It's a long story, but there's plenty of time for that later. Oh, I have so much to tell you. I've wished for a chance to talk with you ever since you were a kid.
Okay, we have timeline.
Since I was a kid?
Oh.
Like the time you got your head stuck in that tree. Oh, or when you climbed onto that roof and...
Okay, that's enough. I get it.
I want to know about that story. The giggles faded from her voice and it became a low whisper.
The times when you felt lost, and the times you felt there was no hope left in the world. All I could do was watch. All I wanted was to hold you like this and tell you it would be okay.
No, that's so good. No.
I'm sorry, this must be too sudden for you. A random woman pouncing on you in the wilderness, treating you like a child. I've known you for a very long time, Rain. The least I could do is introduce myself. My name is Morwen.
Mom, is that you? Is that Mom? Is she Mom? I don't know. I'm still just like,
Thank you.
When I flinched, she pulled her face back from my shoulder and stared at me closely.
You're injured?
Hell yeah, we are.
Just a little.
Yes. Rain.
You should have said something. Tell me where it hurts, and I'll make it better.
Wait. I know I said I'd bring them here, but humans aren't allowed in the village.
I'm not human.
Maybe not, but your companions are. What do you want from us?
We need your help. We won't take no for an answer.
Ilron, calm down. I know you're powerful now without that injury, but like, calm yourself.
Awful pushy for a beggar.
We've come to request the help of the village gods. Sidcaeum, no. All of Vidus is in grave danger, and we can't face it alone.
It's Lucius, isn't it?
How did you know?
We've crossed paths more than once. I sensed it as soon as he entered Sidcaeum.
We don't interfere with human problems. You'll have to go elsewhere.
It's not just gonna become a human problem, it's gonna be your problem.
Is it really a human problem when it's one of your kind causing it?
There's someone you can speak to, but his answer will be no different.
No matter what he says, I'll support you. Sylvia, can you take Rain in and look at his injuries?
No problem.
Sylvia turned and walked into the village silently. We all followed along, but Morwen caught hold of Caspian and Emil's sleeves.
Will be just a moment.
Okay. And then she's gonna give him like the talking to. It's like, get your heads out of your asses. I swear to God. Oh my God, are we gonna watch the scene? Oh my God. Now, what to do with these two? Truly, my children are far too troublesome.
Do you, need something?
God, who is she? I wanna know. I wanna know. What kind of goddess, higher being is she supposed to be? Morwen stared into both of their faces, and they looked back with confused expressions.
You two... You've been very naughty boys.
Oh my God, no. Guys, I'm weak. Guys, you know I'm weak. Hugs. I always like hugs. Oh.
Don't think that the two of you went below my radar. Rain wasn't the first kid I've watched over.
Oh.
You two have been fighting for far, far too long. It's about time you stopped. When you two were children, you got along so well. If it hurts me this much to see you like this, then how do you two feel?
Oh my God, she is the one that's gonna be good. She is the one that's gonna be like, get your head out of your asses and be friends. Or more. Just make up. Talking to make up. Speak from the heart. Stop being like, the other has to be the first person to say something. And then, or the other one blocking it and being like, I don't need you.
To see you side by side again, it's enough to make me cry.
There's so much good art right now, I don't know what to do.
I know it won't be instant. Wounds don't heal so easily. But all I ask is that you try. Even if it takes years, I believe in both of you.
Aww.
Thank you, miss. But...
No buts, Caspian, I swear to God.
Miss, I'm a lot older than both of you, you know. Older than every single person in this village put together. You might think I'm meddling, but...
Morwen squeezed the two of them tighter.
I can see it. A long string, twisted and filled with knots as it is, that connects the two of you. Even after all of these years, I still see it.
Aww.
It's not possible. Not anymore.
Come on, bitch. Accept it. Lovingly. Lovingly, bitch. I noticed this when I was editing. I was like, I can't with Emil. He just makes me feel so many things. house. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so tired.
I hope you'll change your mind, my little speaker. You've been through a lot. Don't blame yourself so much, okay? Well, we shouldn't keep the others waiting, should we?
Morwen finally withdrew from the hug, but the other two lingered awkwardly.
What are you standing around for? Decided to hug and make up.
Do it. They both looked off to the side awkwardly, eyes darting around as if in search for a place to escape to. God. Lord. In response, Morwen reached up and pinched her cheek, smiling all the while.
Follow me then. There's plenty of time for making up later.
Ah!
Ugh, don't be a baby. It'll feel better in no time.
Right now it hurts.
Sylvia poured a tonic onto my wounds before rewrapping them. The two of us were alone. Sign was waiting outside the room, still avoiding me. Varys and Ilron stood with him. Caspian and Emil were still nowhere in sight since Morwen pulled them to the side. Finally, I put my shirt back on over the gauze, while Sylvia busied herself returning the medical supplies to their respective cupboards. I can do this. Cupboards and boxes.
What are you staring at?
Well, you?
Mind your tongue before you lose it.
What do you mean? I mean, I know what you mean, but also, Rain doesn't realize what you think it means. She's a little harsh.
Why are you helping me?
Morwen asked me to. Don't read into it so much.
You still could have said no.
I'm sorry. Would you prefer I undress your wound?
No. I'm sorry, okay? I'm just curious about you.
If you have questions, then out with them already. There's nothing I can stand less than people playing coy.
He's not playing coy, he's just genuinely just like, how do I ask you?
You're Sylvia, the famous cartographer?
Her eyes went wide and her mouth almost formed a full O before she composed herself.
How did you know that?
So it's true.
Anyone that remembers me is long dead or lost at the bottom of the ocean. I asked you a question. How did you know that?
I came across your journal. It was pure luck, I promise. I didn't realize you'd be here.
You can read Toggin.
Well, no. But I had someone with me that could. How did you end up here again? Last I read, you were guided out.
A curious one, aren't you?
Please?
What else did you expect to happen? I died. I thought that was it for me, but apparently, enough assholes thought good of me and I ascended as a god. Original, right?
All the gods I met ascended before the Aurelian War. What was it like exactly?
Cold.
Cold?
At first, it's like being held underwater. Desperate to breathe, but every breath you take fills your lungs with water. But you keep trying anyway. Then it's as if you're being pulled in all directions at once, in an endless abyss of darkness.
And then what?
I don't know what comes next. Then I fell down to the earth. Maybe that's the point where gods used to ascend to the heavens to watch over humans. But life isn't like that for us anymore. I just fell. I would have died for real then if I didn't find this body. I guess it was fate that I happened to fall as this body was dying.
Rain, here you are.
Morwen.
Emil and Caspian are with your companions. Sylvia?
I patched him up. I'll give you a moment.
Oh my god. I don't think I'm ready for talking.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, it's still painful. I can deal with it.
Ah, let's smile though. Ah.
Will you tell me how you got here?
She walked forward a few steps before sitting down on the bed that sat in the corner of the room. She motioned for me to join her.
I stayed with you until we reached Sidcaeum. I was trying to warn you before then, but I still couldn't speak to you properly. It's probably because you have no training as a speaker. It's a wonder I could reach you at all.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
She reached out and cupped my cheek, a smile playing across her lips.
Once Lucius reached Sid KM, I knew he'd find you instantly if I stayed connected to you. It might have only bought you a little bit of time, but if that means the difference between your life or death, well, the choice was obvious to me.
Even though you could have died?
Her hand fell from my cheek to my hand, clasping it softly with her gloved fingers.
When you've lived as long as I have, sometimes that doesn't seem like such a bad thing. Well, you can obviously tell I didn't die. Sylvia found me and guided me towards a body. I was weak, unused to the weight of flesh. She brought me back here to heal. I wanted to run away, to come find you, but my legs wouldn't listen.
Oh, the frowny face.
Thank you. For everything.
There's nothing to thank me for, my child. I barely did anything.
I shook my head and smiled. She's done more for me than she realized. The door suddenly opened and in stepped Varys.
Varys?
Varys smiled as he approached, unsurprised.
You recognize me after all.
Oh my god.
It's been a long time, God of the Harvest.
And you, Goddess of Water.
Okay.
You two know each other?
We've never met in our human forms since I was locked away in Aurelia Cavella. But we knew of each other before then.
How is it in there?
Dire. They're all going insane. We're only a handful of what we used to be, too. Lucius has consumed many of the old gods.
God.
No wonder he's so powerful. A mix of humans and gods to feast onto his heart's desire.
If you intend to fight him, then I'll be there too.
I fear that even with the two of us, it won't be enough.
Then we need the help of the villagers.
Varys nodded solemnly, thinking.
Sylvia says that it won't happen.
It will be difficult. Their leader has no interest in humans. I don't trust him.
As I've heard.
Before long, the door opened once again and the rest of the group rejoined us. Sylvia already looked as if she was ready to punch Elrond in the face. It's a gift, really. How he can get under someone's skin that quickly. Oh my god. This man.
How are you doing?
You know, would be better if we had that talk and finish that talk. Oh, I'm so angry still about it. Sign lingered behind the others, but called out towards me.
I'm okay. It still hurts, but I'm sure it'll heal up in no time.
I see.
Oh my god, this is so awkward. A frown crossed Morwen's face as she looked between Sign and I.
Let's go speak to our leader. Rain, Sign,
She's giving us the
can you wait
moment.
here for a moment?
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, let's go, please. Let's make it happen, huh?
Is there something you need?
Oh, no, I'm not staying. Just the two of you.
She's making it happen.
I mean, I
Oh
like
my
a
God,
quickie as much as the
Elrond!
next guy, but maybe when a lunatic god is trying to destroy the world, isn't the best time.
We're not doing that. We're gonna talk. You deserve it.
He should be waking up any moment now. Quickly.
Sylvia whacked him in the back of the head before leaving out of the front door. Varys, with a smile, followed behind her.
Jeez, that was unnecessary.
The others quickly left, leaving me alone with Sign, and the silence stretched onwards, neither of us having anything to say. And that's where we're gonna stop, everyone! Hi, I'm gonna leave you on a cliffhanger again! I'm so sorry. Maybe finally, that talk will happen this time. If you're interested in playing the game yourself, links are in the description. The update for Leos's voice acting has been released, so you can play his route and have all the voice acting in it. Go, play it. Do it. Links are in the description. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I know this is Probably something I would usually not do, but we're so close. We're so close to 500 and to unlocking that community post and telling you when things are going to be late or not. So, subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to have you here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.